Hey guys, if someone comes to me and say, do you love your job? I will emphatically, without a shadow of a doubt, say yes. I mean, I've worked in another profession before I became a teacher, and this by far is more satisfying than my other position. However, that doesn't mean that teaching is a walk in the park. Teaching is hard. Teaching is really hard, and when I sit down and I ask myself why teaching is hard, I come up with 5 things that are persistently getting in the way of me enjoying what I do 100% of the time. So the first thing that is really affecting my experience in the classroom and outside of the classroom in the whole arena of education is the amount of paperwork that teachers have to deal with. I work in a PLA school. That means my school has been labeled by the state and the federal government as persistently low achieving. That means year after year after year, our test scores are consistently in the bottom of the state categories, and according to federal guidelines, our students are not meeting the required benchmarks. So with that comes a lot of eye-watching and a lot of responsibility. So not only are we dealing with the effects of poverty within the classroom, teachers are being watched. And with the watchingness, if that's a word, comes the responsibility of showing what it is we are doing in the classroom, what are we doing as a department, and what are we doing as a school. And all of that traces back to paperwork. That means that I have to keep up with my paperwork. So there's no slacking off for a couple of weeks. Oh, I'm not grading this, or I'll look at this later. There's none of that because I am held accountable a couple days a week. So I have to be up on my grading. And sometimes that has required me to really take home work and grade it over the weekend. It's a given. Like I've shown you some of my videos. School ends at 2:20, but I'm here regularly for 5 o'clock. My daughter, I have to pick up at 6. Sometimes I'm just running out of here just so I can pick her up in time at 6 o'clock. That is a given. And I can spend a whole afternoon just on paperwork alone. Another aspect of paperwork that is time consuming is my special education paperwork. If you have any special ed student in your classroom, then you know the amount of paperwork that goes with tracking that student behaviorally, academically, socially. I mean, I only have this semester, 10 special ed students, which is a big decrease from first semester when I had probably double that plus some. But I still have to track whenever that student is in class, in addition to what I'm doing and monitoring students' work, I have a separate sheet of paper that I have to fill out for the special needs student. And that is paperwork I cannot be delayed on because that is state compliance, that is federal compliance. I want to know your thoughts. Tell me, teachers, if you agree with me. Tell me if you really think paperwork is time consuming enough to consider it a factor and one of the reasons why teaching is hard. Please comment down below. And until next time, I'll talk to you later, and I will have a second part to this 5 video series tomorrow.